Molly May, will you come out to play? Your smile takes the edge off of the day, and you're a light that brightens.
This is Molly May, a Bod Pause Pod and other nice stuff with me, Molly May. Oh my God, hey there, gibberish. I'm Molly May, and today we're going to be talking about the fucking floating in a sensory deprivation tank, why I hated it so much, and why I can't wait to go back. I've been watching a lot of Drunk History lately, can you tell? Like, hi, I'm Molly May. I'd be like, God, I'd be so good at that. Like, sign me up for that shit. Like, hi, I'm Molly May, and today we're going to be talking about Julia Addington, the first woman ever elected into a official position in the United States. Ever. And she's from Stacyville, Iowa, and she is buried a mile from my parents' house. And that would be my drunk history topic, because the world does not know enough about Julia Addington. She was the first elected female official in the United States. Ever. Cute. Maybe I'll do that in another episode. We should have a Julia Addington episode. The world doesn't know, and they should. But first, before I talk about this fucking float thing, what I can't take off this week is from one of my new favorite stores, Hazel and Rose. So Hazel and Rose is a proper brick and mortar boutique in Minneapolis. And like, you can shop online, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. They are one of the few boutiques in my area that are making all the right moves to be size inclusive. And that's fucking chic for us. So the store is owned by Bobby and Emma, and they also have a pod on the Matriarch Network. And you can just hear how my face is lighting up. They're so great. Their show is called Of Retail and Repartee. It's like so chic. It's like I'm staring at our producer like I'm going to murder that, like, repartee. Like, they're fancy. The store is fancy. It's all as chic as it sounds. The name is as chic as the store sounds. She sells seashells down by the seashore. So the store is half of a stone's throw from my office. So, like, it's really handy to just bob over there when, I have to get out some walking farts, or, I have a moment, or I need a break. And honestly, just like to go in there, like initially I just wanted to go in there and like check it out because their internet is so gorgeous looking, and like fucking smell all the good smells. It smells so good in there all the time. And it's like a new smell every time. They're very good at that. And just like bury my face in their fine, genuine leather goods. It's like that. I told that story recently of when I see a Red Wing shoe store, I have to go in and I just stand in the doorway and like huff it. It's so good. And they it's Shop Hazel and Rose. You can also have the same huffing experience if you're so inclined. And honestly, like, would you fucking believe it? I can go in a dressing room and try stuff on, and they bring me stuff to try on. Like, oh, this doesn't work, and they're like, oh, we'll try this. We got this in, and this is a cute black jumper, and it's nice and good, and you can wear it all these 10 different kinds of ways, and it's so great. And the last time that I was waited on in a store like that, it's so many Mercury retrogrades ago. So fucking many. And I can't, genuinely, it feels so great. So last week I was in there, and Emma was working, and I was just like, hey, thanks for starting to carry plus size. And she then explained to me about how she's like, well, ideally, like all of our stuff would be. And then she was explaining to me about how she and Bobby are pushing their designers to start fitting all sizes. And God, we need more of this representation. Like, we need the store owners like Bobby and Emma to do this and go fight this fight. So we need big girls like us right now who are listening to go into these stores. And like I challenged you a few episodes ago, to go into these stores and ask for where the plus size fits are in the store, or like, do you have anything that's a size 20, 22? Because this is how the cycle goes. And like, I'm really fucking excited about it. So like, fucking Bobby and Emma at Hazel and Rose, thank you. I will be a customer for life. If not, I mean, like, I can wear your clothes, but like, I'll just come in and huff your store. And it's just like, we need women like you, and we need stores like you, and a local fucking store that I can shop in. It's like, fuck yeah. But what I can't take off this week. So I bought this sweatshirt. It's just like a nice slate gray heathered crew neck sweatshirt with full on jersey letters on the front. It's like my Glossier sweatshirt. I think I've talked about that before. But it says fine arts on it. I was like, you know, she's an MFA girl. But honestly, Emma had me at hello. She had me when she said, "This is my favorite sports shirt." God damn it. You're fucking brilliant. And like that, fucking ladies of the world is what I can't take off this week. My new favorite sports shirt. My fine arts sweatshirt from Hazel and Rose. So go give them your business. Because they're also the who to follow this week. Their Instagram is Shop Hazel and Rose. Because they try new shit on every day. Like somehow, I don't know how, they have new packages that come in every day. And like, they're so good at steaming and trying on. And like, they post new shit every day. And it's so juicy, like shit I've never seen in the store. And they're so fun to watch. And it's all just incredibly delicious. Like, one thing that I really appreciate about their stories is that they will put on an outfit and then they'll put it on like the one big piece that they're showing off, and they'll style it like 3 different ways. And it's like, oh shit, like, yeah, I fucking need that. I will pay boutique prices to get the 5 fucking outfits that you just put on. And it's so, what a cool white sweater that is. Like, yeah, here I come. And I literally, I will holler at them, and I'm like, here I come. Gotta get out my walking farts. I'm on my way over. And listen to their pod of retail and repartee, because they're just like fucking smart businesswomen. And, technically they're my coworkers. Oh my God, cute. Like they're my coworkers. That's cute. We love Matriarch. We're this cute little family over here. So I did a fucking sensory deprivation tank this week, and shit. So what the fuck is a sensory deprivation tank, and why? Because when I saw it for the first time, sound like that's like the first time I saw a wiener. When I saw it for the first time, that was just like, oh my fucking God. Same kind of wow moment, I guess. But when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this looks just like the bulk tank that we had at the farm growing up. So like this, like we used to make the milk in and to feed the calves. So this tank, you literally just go in and fucking float for 60 minutes, 90 minutes, like whatever. I did 90. And I was like, after I booked it, I was like, no, that's fucking insane. That's like some advanced level masterclass floating shit. And I was like, I need to like gently dip my toe in the water. Like maybe they'll let me in for like, I can give them a quarter or something. No, but I committed to 90 minutes. And what I know of it, or I guess what I knew of it when I signed up for this shit, is that it's just a big saltwater tank that you legitimately like Dead Sea float in. So it's like a big fucking salt magnesium bath, which is good for releasing stress. And I just wanted to go in there to like just like feel that experience, because like never have I ever been like weightless, and the ability to float. Like I've never floated in my I am a rock, and I have been since I was a baby. And I'll get there. And I wanted to see if my body would in fact actually float. And it does. So I went in wanting to like to get into this really great meditative state. And some people, the guy at the front desk said that some people fall asleep and you're supposed to feel entirely weightless. And the water is actually the same temperature. It's actually the same temperature as the outside of your body. And so you're supposed to just like lose track of your entire body. So it's like you're floating in water, but you're not cold, and it's all nice. And it's supposed to help release cortisol. It's like the magnesium parts of it, which is the stress hormone. Cortisol is, and that supposedly will also help improve sleep quality, and de-stress, and really just like fucking zen out. Like some people like come out with insane, like these mental breakthroughs. And like if you have aches and pains, just think of it as like a giant fucking salt bath. Okay. And that was like the other thing that I really wanted to see if it worked, because I have those real son of a bitch deteriorating discs in my lower back. And, it's all supposed to help with chronic fatigue and burnout and help creatives be more creative and help your vagina grow flowers. And, so they say that after a good float, that if you're in there for 60 minutes, like if you find that great REM Zen floating moment, that it can be the equivalent to 8 hours of sleep. So all of that to say that was not my experience. And I fucking hated it. I hated it. In the moment, I really hated it. And I cannot wait to go back. And I know that's fucked up. So before I had gone, like the day before, I was like, researching here and there, and I had coworkers that had done it. Talking to them in the kitchen, and they're like, I figured out some shit about myself that honestly, like, took me a few days to unpack. And so I'm like amped up after this. And I'm like, oh shit, like I'm going to have some fucking like energy healing shit. So that was my expectation, that I was going to get some real meaty shit to unpack. So my appointment was at like 7 p.m. So I get home from work, and I thought really long and hard, like, how am I going to prep my body for this? Like, okay, so like reflecting like back on all of this now, I basically was like putting all of the thought into this, like, how am I going to prep for this? As though like I was going to experience ayahuasca for the first time. Like, oh, I need to fast for 10 days. So I was like, oh, I should meditate. But then I was like, no, I'm not going to meditate because I don't want to waste my meditation. Guys, that's not a fucking thing. That's not a thing. I should have meditated. You cannot waste a meditation. That's fucking the stupidest fucking thing I ever thought ever. What I did, though, was watch an episode of The Kardashians and eat a bratwurst. So it was actually just like very normal for me. It's like, oh, any other Tuesday. So I get there, and like this place is so zen. And I was the place is Awaken for Wellness, and it's in St. Paul. And I had been there before because Emily and I went and watched Netflix in their Salt Cave sauna 2 years ago. And that was lovely. And that's before we knew how to meditate. And like, had we gone in there now, we'd never be like, oh, dude, there is a TV in here. Do not turn that TV on. So we've both like really come a long way in our mental health game. And I'm very proud of the both of us for that journey. We've really done a lot of work. So I go to the counter and I'm like, hi, I'm Molly, and I'm here to float. How spooky is it? Just like fucking Jesse, who's just like a cute fucking like little spa boy, is like, no, it is not spooky. Is this your first time, Molly? And I'm like, so I lowered my voice at this time to like meet him, right? So like if you're looking for parenting tactics, like 23-year-old Jesse has them all figured out, because I totally match pitched to him, and I'm like, it is my first time, Jesse. So he brings me in my float room. Okay, and it's equipped with a shower with like a cute, like one of those cute high-end like rain showers where it's like, you know, nice downpour like right on top. I've always wanted to shower in like one of those rainfall showers, and I did. Check mark. And it's got, you know, towels. Towels and like this giant fucking, it honestly, it was like a cross between the bulk tank, like I described it before, and like an old school walk-in fridge. So like we used to have one of these guys at the Catholic school that I went to growing up, and one time a kid in the upper grades locked a kid from my class, and he locked him in the milk fridge. And Sister Rosemary was all like, where the fuck is Ryan? And he was locked in the milk fridge, but he like emerged back to class giggling. Or at least like that's how I remember it. I feel like part of my brain is kind of combining it with the trauma of A Christmas Story, when the kid was triple double dog dared to lick the pole. But it felt like that. That's how I remember it. And we were all wearing those outfits, and it was the 40s or the 50s or the whatever era what decade is that movie based in? That does not matter. It does not matter. I will move on. The 50s. Yeah. Cute. So needless to say, I was spooked, and I had suppressed that memory. I was spooked because I'm going to get locked in there, and I'm going to have I'm locked in the milk fridge moment. And there's going to be no lights, and there's going to be no sound, and it's going to be 100% sensory deprived. So Jesse walks me through like all the, here's what to do and why and how and when. And I ask him when he's through all the questions that I had at the time, which is like 0 questions, because I'm just like, you know, focused on my breath, and it's a little heavy with the bratwurst, and I should have meditated. Like this is gonna be a cute little Zen time. So here we go. Like I can't wait, but not. Like I had already 100% psyched myself out at this point. And I mean, this place is very thoughtful, and they really have, you know, prepared you for everything. So they're like fully equipped with makeup wipes and shampoo and conditioner and body wash, like the whole lot. And then he's running me through his questions, and he's like, have you dyed your hair in the past 2 weeks? No. Do you have contacts? I'm like, And then I was alone. So like I don't know why he asked those questions. I don't know what would have happened if I was like, oh my God, yes, I have contacts and I dyed my hair. Like, I don't know what that would have done. Like, well, you come back later when your eyes are good. And sorry, I didn't find that out for all my friends that dye their hair and wear glasses, and it's literally fucking everyone. So the protocol is to shower, like fully, like get all your outside dirt off of you. And you're 100% nudie Judy for this experience. Like there's no swimsuits. Well, 100% nude. I was not nude with Jesse, let me be clear. He left, and then I took my clothes off, and then I showered. Took a normal shower. Shampoo, conditioner, body wash, the whole thing. And then you're supposed to dry your face off. Because if you get the salt water, and if you go in and you have a wet face, and then he was like, imagine that a water droplet gets in your eye, and then you have saltwater hands, and then you try to wipe it, and he's like, and it will just be so bad. So you shower, and you dry your face off. My big tip for you. And then you put in the earbuds. Nope, the nose plugs, ear plugs. I almost went butt plugs. You put in the earplugs. There are no butt plugs at the floating tank. Christ. The ear plugs are the wax kind that, like the old school wax kind that you just like jam inside your ear, like you roll it up into a ball. You hear that? I come with my own sound effects. You roll it up into a ball. And then and you like mush it in your ear, and then you got to like form it to the outside part of your inner ear, your outer ear. I was very confused, but he talked me through it. He talked me through it before when I was naked. I realize I'm telling the story in a weird backwards way, but never ever was I naked and someone was in the room with me. Just in case you were confused in the past 3 seconds about what I was saying. So getting the wax earbuds, earplugs in your outer ear is crucial for 2 reasons. Because A, this is where the bulk of the no sound sensory deprivation comes. And there's so much salt in this tank that if you didn't, you'd be digging out salt chunks from your ear holes for weeks. Or that's what he said. I did not want to experience that, so I did obviously what Jesse said to do. So the last time these earbuds were not, these earplugs, god damn it, they were not new to me. I had experienced this before, and it was a memory that I had suppressed until I had to actually put them in my ear again. The last time I had experienced these, I was 5 years old. And 100%, like I saw the packaging and I was like, oh my God. I was at swimming lessons. And I was at this indoor pool that my auntie taught swimming lessons at. And so I'm with this group of like other, like 5 and 6 year olds. Like there's not a shit ton of us. I remember it was like a bunch of farm kids and we used to carpool together. It was like 20 minutes away, right over the border from Iowa into Minnesota to take these swimming lessons in the middle of the day in this indoor pool, also in the middle of winter. And I remember I would always get fruit snacks. And that was such a special treat. It was the first time I ever had fruit snacks, but I'm going to come back from that rabbit hole. So I'm with a group of like all these other kids, and I don't know if they had these earwax things in their ears too. I mean, like, there's no possible way that they did based on what I'm going to divulge. But I used to get earaches a lot. And this is like before the time when you would get, tubes put in your ears and shit. And so, excuse me. And so my mom used to just like fucking jam these fuckers in there. And it's like my first bout with a proper swimming pool. And I can't hear the teacher, who is my aunt, who I'm naturally already like so very comfortable with, but I can't hear her because hello, sensory deprivation. And like, guys, I'm not talking about the earbuds that are just like the little foamers. These are like full wax that cover the entirety of your outer ear. Like they seal on that shit and nothing can get in there. And like, you really can't hear shit and it's all shut off. And I remember being so panicked as a kid in the pool. And now I'm like, God, it's because I couldn't hear anything. And like, I look over and all these other kids are like blowing bubbles and shit. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess we're blowing bubbles, so I should blow bubbles. And so I would, but like, I'm sure that they were learning like other tricks and techniques that I couldn't hear. So I don't know. I'm really making myself out to be the victim of that very particular earplug story. But I didn't learn how to swim until last year. And remember that I'm 32, and it's like I have tried to learn how to swim. Clearly, Emily Eaton and my chiropractor taught me how to swim. Like, I went to my chiropractor and I was like, hey, do you know why I sink when I kick? And she was like, oh, you're not kicking from your hips, you're kicking from your knees. And my mind was fucking blown. And this is probably something that was taught to the kids at the indoor swimming pool, but I just couldn't fucking hear. And I failed beginning swimming 3 times and just like got a pity pass because I was the 3rd grader with all the kindergartners, and I still can't back float. Like, I literally am an actual rock, and I'm actually very afraid of the water. So let's go float in this giant fucking tank of water in the dark for 90 minutes. Sounds fun, Molly. You're so smart. So I get in this bulk tank, and there's like, it's cute. It's like there's like a little hot tub light. This thing was like, I'm so spatially bad at judging things. Because I want to sit here, like sitting at this table. I'm like, oh yeah, it was like a little bigger than this, and like, so maybe like 9 feet by 5 feet or 6 feet or something. It was a room. So I could like float around, and there was like, it was like a proper playhouse door to this thing. It's like you get into a door and you're just in this tank. We'll post pics. So I get in the bulk tank, and there's the hot tub light that goes off after like what I imagine to just be like a minute or 2, and time actually really stood still. Like, I couldn't tell you how long that light was on for. And there's like this little steel handicapped railing thing in there to like help you in and out, and there's a button that you push to turn the light back on. That's like, it's like what you push to turn the jets on in the hot tub, and a hot tub railing. That's what I'm talking about. So I go in there, and the light turns off inside the tank. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is dark. And then I can see a crack through the top of the tank into the greater room that I'm in. And that light was still on. And so I'm like, oh. Like, at first I was like, this is a crock. But then I was like, I don't know, I'll always have my bearings. Like, this is comforting. Because I shut my eyes, and then I'd open my eyes and be like, this is nice. I can see where I am. I'm not, I felt like I was cheating a little bit. And so I was immediately kind of comforted by this little crack in the ceiling. Fucking nope. 5 seconds later, that light goes off. And I'm like, okay. Like, here I am. I'm just like, I'm just gonna float here. And I think like maybe 4 solid, really long, excruciating seconds go by, and I'm like, they're gonna turn on the mixers any fucking second. Like, I felt like I was legitimately in a giant milk tank at the farm. And like, I can't find my way. I'm wholly sensory deprived. And it's in 4 seconds I had to I started to really lose my bearings. So I felt like I was really far away from the railing. And I just wholly thrashed my body over. Like, I got so spooked. I was like, I'm dying. And I heave my body over to the left. And I mean, realistically, I was only half a second away from the wall. But I really went all in, full panic. and I just like crashed into the side of this wall. But I found the thinger, the light pusher on her, the light, and I turned that back on, and that was nice. I tried my arms at my side with the light on. It's tricky to like figure out what position your arms want to float in. So I did it like with my arms fully at my side, and I was like, oh yeah, like this feels good. Like not quite Jesus on the cross, but a little, down from Jesus on the cross. So then I went to hit the light and turned it off because I was like, I found my comfort. And I pushed myself away from the wall and put my arms straight out again, because it felt good. And then my brain immediately was like, oh man, this is what it must feel like to be a dead body floating in the river. And right when I thought that, my foot brushed the other side of the tank, and I'm like, God fucking damn it. That's a severed head that's just floating in this river with me. So it made my way, like not exaggerating. There was 100% a severed head in the tank with me. So I get over to the side, like, I'm like patting around, like, I'm like tapping shit. And my eyes are wide open, like, I know I'm not going to be able to see. Just like, and I imagine, like, if there was, like, some night goggle camera moment, whatever in there, that I'd look like a fucking crackhead, because I'm just like, just get that light on, like, get me to that light, like, I turned the light on, and there was, no severed head. Like, I know there are no severed heads, and I'm not a dead body in the river, because I'm in an enclosed room, and I know that I should fucking know better. So the majority of the rest of the time, I just couldn't shake it. The majority of the rest of the time, I had the hot tub light on. Because the biggest thing that I learned about myself in there is that I'm afraid of the dark. And, like, I've known this. I've never actually simply accepted that, or like very clearly been like, oh yes, I am afraid of the dark. I need sound at night. Here's what I know about myself is that I need sound at night, and I need some semblance of light at night. And like, I wake up in the middle of the night and look for ghosts and figures. And when I can't see any, I'm like, okay, I can go back to sleep. And like, those never clicked in my head of me being afraid of the dark. So, like, why wouldn't there be dead floating bodies? And I was like, my head kept flashing to that scene in The Ring where the girl's at the bottom of the well, like where they finally figured it all out. And I was like, oh God, okay, too much. Like, okay, so now you know why I hated this. And so I just really had to turn to the breath. So it turns out that I'm also a little big afraid to be fully alone, especially in the dark. Maybe they go hand in hand. I don't know. I haven't unpacked that yet. But so far, that's like my two big takeaways. I'm afraid to be truly alone, and I'm afraid of the dark as a full grown-ass woman. And I mean, fully alone is like nothing around me, right? Like no sounds, no stimulus, nothing. Like, I don't know if I have ever had the opportunity to be so alone with myself. And that was spooky. So I continue to float, and it was all lovely when I had the light on, and I, tried to get into my zen and like let my mind go. And like, fucking A, you guys. The third thing that I discovered about myself or remembered is that I forgot about what a big Britney Spears fan I used to be. Like, this is the kind of clarity that comes to you in a sensory deprivation tank. It's like, oh, you remember Britney Spears? Yeah, you liked her. She got you through some shit. I used to make music videos. And so this week's Song of the Week, took me a fucking hour to get here, is the Britney Spears classic, I'm not a girl, not yet a woman. Because that music video where she's just like on top of that cliff and it's windy and she's wearing that billowy blouse that I think had like leather strings that tied it together. I don't know. I haven't seen it since it came out, honestly. But really, that was like, oh my God, that's me in this tank right now. And in like 2001, it was incredibly relatable. And me in this tank now, it's incredibly relatable. Oh, fuck, I'm fucked up. All I need is time, a moment that is mine while I'm in between. I'm not a girl, not yet a woman. Fucking like you and me both. Brittany. Oh my God, I'm so bad at water. Like, this is the shit. This is what like came straight out of fear. So it was really hard for me to get in the moment and embrace the moment, because when I meditate, I always prefer guided meditation. And I've told you about my adoration, near lust for Tamara Levitt, who leads my guided meditations on my Calm app. Because like I'm afraid to be alone and in the dark and hear my ghosts whispering like, get out in my ear. So I like, if I'm going to meditate, it needs to be guided. So it took me a while to figure out how I wanted my hands to be. Well, in my arms. But what I landed on was, because it's insane about what your arms want to do when you're just completely weightless and floating. It's like it's like you're having an awkward conversation. Like, what do I do with my hands? And so I found what I landed on was my hands like interlinked right under my boobs, which is another memory that came back to me in this fucking tank. Okay, maybe this has had a greater effect on me than I thought. This is, the tank is good. So I was lying on my back with my hands clasped under my boobs, and I always thought that was such a comfortable position to me. But I always avoided it as a kid. And like I remember being like, oh, I just really want to lay like this. But as a kid, as a Catholic girl, I had been to my share of funerals from an early age, and I had only seen dead people with their hands linked on their chest. And I thought that people died in that position. And I thought that if I laid in my bed that way, that I was going to die. And any time that my body naturally went there, I got so fucking freaked out as a little kid. Like until naturally my body learned that I just shouldn't fucking lay like that. But really, that was what was most comfortable to me. And no, you're not going to die if you lay like that. And then my next thought in the tank was, wow, what do dicks do in here? Do dicks float? Do dicks float normally in normal water? And then, like, especially what happens to them when they're in floaty tanks? And so, like, I immediately wanted to go home and conduct experiments, but I know better. So you know how I guess I'll never know. So you know how when you're falling asleep and your body twitches and like that was so fucked up in the water, because it's like I felt like I was fully submerged in the water, because it's like the same temperature, and you really do kind of like forget that you're in the water. And then my body would flinch, and I'd be like, no, fuck, like I'm in this, I'm not on a thing, I'm floating. And then I was like, this is what I always have wanted light as a feather, stiff as a board to feel like. And then I was like imagining that I was like doing some fucking craft shit, and I was like all the way over all of it. But then I couldn't get anywhere because I was stuck in the fucking tank. And so, like, one of my other favorite parts is that, so my hair is short, right, like chin length. But god damn, if I didn't fucking feel like Ariel, I spent half of the time just like floating in that tank, just playing with my hair, because it felt so long, and like it had never floated like that. Like everything floats. So my hair was like 100%, and like going from the, I'm like trying to recreate it now, but I'm not floating, so it isn't working. I'm just like rubbing my head but like going from like the back of my neck and like Bride Frankensteining my hair up, I was like, wow. It was like I was very cartoon and I was very gorgeous. It was so cool. And there was a moment though where I got bored. Like obviously, and me, and I was like, I'm just gonna like splash around a little bit and like stretch and see what happens if I like move my body around, and like I'm gonna, try to lay on my belly a little bit, but my that doesn't work because you have to hold your head up, and then I floated, but then my belly was dragging on the bottom, and I'm like, this is not the way I wanted to be. So I flip back over on my back, and I put like the bottoms of my feet together and my knees out like in a frog position. But what this did was fully open up my labes, and the fucking flood of salt water, just like my vagina took just like a big fucking drink of it. And honestly, I had never felt something like this before, and I just wanted to fucking die. And like, I'm sure they heard me scream "ow" in the like I went "ow," like "ow," and I'm sure that it's something that happens because like that fucking hurt, and fucking salt water in my vagina. If you ever want to do a hoax or a Horcrux or a spell on someone, fucking that's the way to take them out. So how I got out of that one was just like some good old fashioned heavy breathing and like really following it in and out and through and down and around. And because this is sensory deprivation, I couldn't get over how my breath sounded like the tundra. And like, I've never been to the tundra before. That's not what the tundra sounds like. But my brain kept picturing like the Burr Ives claymation version of the tundra, where the fucking like elf dentist is like trying to scale the mountain and Rudolph, and it's like that's what like fucking, this is all fucking real, guys. This all happened in this bulk tank. So then I really turned towards my body and like, because I had lost the feeling of it, like get back in touch with it. And I'm feeling my back, and like, it seriously doesn't feel like my body, because you can't feel underneath you when you are lying down. That's like one of those things that's like, oh, you can't lick your elbow, but you can't really feel your body when you're lying down. You just can't. And because I was floating and all of my fat was floating, so I didn't have a fat roll on my back. And like, this is what I mean when I'm like, it was not my body. So like, usually the small of my back like caves in, and then there's like the start of my butt, which is like, a gorgeous steep curve. It's like a black diamond ski hill back there. It's like the start of my butt. But this was like fucking flat from my back to my butt. It was just like a full straight. Oh, and that fucking freaked me out. That was so creepy. But like, it also felt really cool. Like, what? So then I got out because I was creeped out, obviously. And I looked at the timer, and there were 12 minutes left. And I was like, fuck this. Like, I can do anything for 12 minutes. And I was like, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to shut the light off. And then I let the light shut off. And God fucking damn it, it was the best 12 minutes of my fucking life. It's like my brain had to get all the scaries out, and like, it's like I had to experience it with my brain and then fully experience it with the rest of me the way it was intended. Like, my brain had to get all the shit out so I could really release it and like really get to know the space. And then I showered and I just took my time and I drove home, and I was on city roads. I wasn't like on the highway or anything. And I got passed twice. So like, next time I do this, I'm getting someone to drive me, because I was just like so beyond relaxed and slow that I just like couldn't. And I get home and I couldn't. I was barely having a conversation with Johnny. It was almost like I was stoned, but I was also very completely there. And like, I've never felt relaxation like this. And goddamn, I slept the best sleep that I've ever fucking slept in my entire fucking existence. And I woke up and I didn't need a cup of coffee, and I can't wait to go back. I truly can't. And the next time I go, I'm going to go in a pod. Jesse said, going back to Spa Jesse, he said that it felt more like a hug, because it's a smaller space and less dead bodies to nudge up against me. But it honestly looks like a tanning bed full of water. It's like a suppository that's just going to like shoot up into space. So yeah, I can't wait to climb into that. And in all actuality, they say that it takes 2 to 3 times to like really get the full benefit of it. And here I am. Like, I fucking hated the experience of it in the beginning. In the last 12 minutes, like, God, I can't wait to get back. I want to be a regular. I'm going to make Jesse my best friend. I'm going to get into that suppository up in the sky, and I'm going to get over my fear of wax earplugs. Like, genuinely, I should go tomorrow. I'll report back. There are no dead bodies, if that's what you're afraid of. I checked. They're not. Go float. Smoochie, I love you. Bye. And if you got this far in the pod, I'm impressed as fuck and really grateful to have you listening. If you want to know more information about me or the show, check out the show page on matriarchdm.com, where we host all of the What I Can't Take Off, our progressive Spotify playlist from the songs of the week, and obviously the reminder of who to follow for the week, all in a nice little fucking Matriarch digital media bow. Theme song is Molly May by Ben Karen. Like, I'll never get over saying that. It's so good, right? Thanks for listening. You're so cute.